So with the sun now well truly set here in Shalani, let's go ahead and speak with Erenville again to take on the level 95 main story quest entitled On Track. Erenville is relieved to see everything set to rights. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shishinuezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Indeed we will. I should also make a visit to the gemstone trader. Yeah, let's see some of the various items you have. And then we'll go ahead and make our way. Well, we can just use the Aetherite. Alright. So once we find our way around, we should hopefully be able to locate Erenville. Where is the guy? Oh, he's over here. Yeah, here he is along with Hayate and Namika.
My bracelet! Thank you! Thank you so much! This is more than just a gift. It's a part of me I can never hope to replace. Truly, Ruglamart is blessed to have such devoted friends.
Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances.
Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there is no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him.
And needs a claim to make with the gift of hindsight.
There you are! The real Daybreakers have arrived!
In the middle of the night. Yeah, there's your two companions.
I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kikwana and Lawine.
Yeah, Kikwana being the Mikote here.
If it wasn't for you believing in Zekura and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wahute put behind bars.
We never gave up hope that Zekura would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers, even with that smirk on his face. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. But, even so, if anyone should give the Dustwash the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again, isn't that right? Seems like they approve.
Right, and you'll teach us how you draw your pistols so fast, won't you?
Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should.
But on the off chance it doesn't, we best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again.
Yes, indeed, and to your companions as well. And away they go.
If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance.
Were you not planning to take the train home? Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, train services are being suspended. Didn't I tell you?
Oh, that's unfortunate. You mentioned no such thing.
South about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well.
An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. Was it a result of that storm?
There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt.
So what do we do? Yeah, if we can't go anywhere.
At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself.
Indeed, we could do that. Let's do that. The station is just over there.
Okay.
Yeah, glad we got up, Namika. Let's saddle up on my chocobo. Yeah, where exactly is the train station? Well, we don't see it yet, actually. Gotta speak with the engineer, I guess, first. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Well, can you really blame them? No point in using a train that can't travel.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
And she just shrugs. Yeah, I guess we got our answer for ourselves. Hello there.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
Ouch.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Yeah, that is odd.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
So what do we do now?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Are you just gonna throw yourself in?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I
We
understand.
got nothing better to do, right?
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Yeah, just reluctantly nod.
Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yours too.
If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Okay.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
And like, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, let's meet the crew.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers.
Nice to meet you all.
Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Nice to meet you all.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
And he just smiles and nods. Oh, I've seen you two before? Or three before, rather.
Something the matter?
I guess I crossed paths with you at some point? Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys? Oh. Yeah, these three look similar to the trio who helped us out in Shadowbringers to get the trolleys needed in order to gain access to Malika's well, which also on top of that allowed Miss Reen to finally meet Minfilia. Yeah, no wonder that this is a deja vu situation. Of course, it's Shinji who would have experienced that. But yeah, would you happen to be a fan of trolleys? If you don't mind me asking?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get.
Okay.
In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Okay.
Come on, no time to waste.
And so off they go. So leave the lady on her lonesome. Anyway, hey Bubba, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. So, yeah, I guess we gotta go outside in order to complete the quest, so let's speak with Aaronville. Though no small member live in Shaolani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect that they may have a dim view of the railroads. Well, hopefully we can get them on our side, so we'll take our 1,061,000 experience points and 986 skill. And then we'll proceed to speak with Aaronville again to take on the next level. Well, actually now we're moving up a level now. So this means I actually have to change jobs. Because, yeah, I'm currently on my 95 Gunbreaker, so now I have to upgrade to my 96 Paladin. So, let's go ahead and speak with Aaronville to take on the level 96 main story quest entitled One with Nature. Aaronville is eager to be off to the Piari-Nyaonan Plain. Come, let's follow Alika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shensa. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. Yes, indeed we will. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. I suppose not. Okay, let's do it. Because yeah, I won't be able to finish the quest at on level 95 job because of course now we're finally transitioned to level 96, but this is really the point in the game where the quests of the main story draw out now for so long that when I was doing my stuff ahead of time, I didn't even need to use any roulettes or anything to build myself up. I could build myself up on the main story with Rika and Corinne, and through my first run when I was using Rika, I was already at level 100 by the time I was about halfway through level 97. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. So yeah, I don't know if it's I'm pretty sure the main reason is because since I have an experience advantage from playing the game for so long, my experience level just accumulates faster than someone who plays the game but is more recent to it. So, not really sure how that goes, but at least we're moving forward now, so let's go and speak with Aaronville. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the whole wilds now. Right, Mewaswan should be to the north of east of here. Let's continue on. Yeah, that's what the train looks like. Yeah, I got Rika to level 100 strictly on main story. In fact, to try and compensate for it, what that particular situation, like I've been showing off myself using side jobs to get other levels for clearing the side quests. When I was using Corinne, I hit her level 100 by doing the level 99 dungeon. But the level 97 and the level 95, 96, and 97 dungeons take a very long time to get through. I'm honestly surprised that it's not more balanced out for people who are
in my situation where they can accumulate experience faster. So let's go ahead and speak with Walika. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Mawetsuan, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Well, I guess because I look like them, it might give us an advantage. So as we enter their town, it even comes with an aetheryte. We'll have a look around, see if we can find anyone, but yeah, it is evening, so they're probably all asleep. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishinowezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Oh. So we do have Hetsaru who are staying up past their bedtime, I guess. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. Nice to meet you, Huato. I'm Huato, chief of Mawetsuan, and this is my son, Geppetto. Not to be confused with Geppetto, right? Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Wawalika, station master of the Dawntrail railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Mathia and Aaronville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Nice to meet you both. Yeah, you want to have a measure of me? You have the most... Oh, this is Geppetto. You have the most curious hair about you. Of worn in steel, tan leather, and the faintest hint of metals awash with unfamiliar flora. I gather you're not from these lands? Well, that didn't take long from... Yeah, I hail from Eorzea. I'm a traveler of the star, but yeah. Let's just tell them where we come from. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. Who? Who are you talking about, Baba? I'm told your people have your traditions are the highest, yet I gather that you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for the lands and her children. The Hetsu in particular have done much to guide our way of life. We're to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hetsu teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. And that's quite literally because the winds are blowing very strong right now. I see. That word Hetsu, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaru tongue, does it not? Yeah, very astute as Aaronville. It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetsu among the Hetsaru. Here, we look to the Ronin for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. And so, will you allow us to make use of your lumber? That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Such as... We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. Of what? We'd be glad to, of course. Yeah, we can certainly help. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you follow me. Very well. Oh, you wiggle your ears just like I do. I mean, what can I say? For me on Mikote, it is our cutest trait. Let's go and speak with Watto then. Well, before we do though,
quick detour to get the sightseeing. Oh, gotta be standing right in it. There we go. Yeah, didn't want to pass up. Alright, Watto. I'll speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Yeah, we have heard about that actually. A stableman near Husal mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? Is it the earthquakes? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shaolani has undergone a transformation. And not in a good way in your eyes? And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or interventions, but in this, we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsato, but all of Shaolani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valkona. Valkona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Yeah, good thing that the rights for the Turiala saga did not bring him this direction. Mind your tongue, Shapedo. Yeah, good thing you didn't hear that. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Yeah. In fact, his journeys have changed him for the better. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood, or he's a passionate man who cares for people like his sister. Yeah, why do you say we go with option 2? Because, yeah, it does run in the family. Is that so? That certainly is a side of him we weren't aware of. But I have fought beside Valkona in the right of succession. I take his word over rumors. You took part in the right of succession? Indeed. You're that close to the Dawn servants? I was grateful for any help, but I had no idea I'd recruit a bona fide hero. I try to be modest about it. The succession of Dawn servants filled with us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. And so, now the yawns are starting to kick in. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valkona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he'll do the same. I hope so too. Thank you for hearing and laying our concerns. Aw, man. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and, if needs be, we'll seek Valkona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. You got it there, young man. Alright, let's go and reunite with our crew. Oh yeah, wow, the yawns are kicking in hard tonight. We're barely over an hour into the stream, that's the thing. Let's go and speak with Walika. We've more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Oh, I guess you have a surplus, right? Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands in a Ronique? I won't be long. Sure thing. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully, it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Yeah, that's always comforting to know. So we'll take our 1,075,000 experience points, 902 gil, and an item level 669 weapon coffer. So now we're starting to see side quests appearing in Mawetsawan. But I do need to go and attune. So let's do that at least.